Hi there. You know what's interesting? We take more photos than ever before, but we don't really live with them the same way anymore. Everything just goes into the phone, and we don't really stumble into memories like we used to do with printed photos. And I think that's what changed. We didn't lose our photos, we just experience them differently nowadays. Digital photos are amazing. They're easy, instant, always with us. But there's a trade-off. When you have thousands of photos, they stop feeling separate. Most of the time we don't sit and look through our camera roll like an album. It's more like, where's that one photo from that trip? Printed photos feel different. Not because they are better quality or anything like that, but because they are physical. You can hold them, touch them. And it changed how you interact with them. You don't need to open anything. You don't need to search. They just exist in your space. On your desk, on your wall, on your fridge. And every time you pass them, you get a small reminder. Oh yeah, that happened. I was there. We kind of moved our memories into our phones. Which is useful, but also changes the relationship we have with them. Because now memory is something you go looking for, instead of something that just shows up in your life. Printed photos do the opposite. They don't wait to be searched. They're just there. You start to notice them more. And when you notice them more often, you tend to remember more around them too. Not just the image, but the feeling of it. I remember finding some old printed photos, just laying in a random box. Nothing organized. Some were faded, some were poorly taken. Just normal moments. But I sat down, start going through them, and it wasn't just the photos. It was everything they brought back with them. Small details I hadn't thought about in years. Places, people, moments I didn't even realize I still remembered. It was kind of surprising, honestly. Because I probably have thousands of photos in my phone, but I don't really sit with them like that. Printing also changes how you take photos, because you can't print everything. You have to choose. And that's actually where it gets interesting. You start asking yourself, does this matter enough to print? And because of that, you start paying more attention when you shoot. You slow down a little. You care more about the moments you're actually capturing. Because now the photo isn't just for a screen. It might actually exist in your space one day. Pick maybe 10 to 20 photos from the last year. Moments that actually matters to you. Moments that means something. Not the perfect ones, just the real ones. Print them somewhere easy, a local shop. Get one of these small pocket printers. They connect to your phone and you can print photos instantly. Just tap, print, and you got it in your hands a few seconds later. And these have their own app where you can print from. So you can choose to print from your own photos. So let's say I want to print this one. I just press print. In about just 1 minute, we have a physical memory of a little bee flying over the flowers. We live in a really fast world. Everything moves, everything updates, everything gets replaced. But printed photos slow things down a bit. They take a moment and let it stay. And I think that's why they still matter. Not because it's old school, but because it brings your memories back into your actual life. Don't let your best moments live inside your phone. Because one day you're not going to care about how many photos you took. You're going to care about the ones that you can still hold. Your memories feel different when they exist in the real world. Print your photos.